for accepting our invitation with a very short notice and being part of this launch today. In this today's program, we just wanted to come back and present to you where did this idea started and why coffee. Sampath Chaiwala was my famous this thing when I was in financial services, training my students on how unit-linked products work. I used to teach them how a proprietary concern graduates into a partnership and then finally becomes a public limited company. So what are all the transition stages to come in case if the organic growth is happening like that? So I used to call myself Sampath Chaiwala, who has started a chai business and grown into different stages and it has become a brand. So those were the days when I was in my early 30s. And today, as both Seshapani and Satish talked about, chai and coffee, when you have two friends, the first thing, no doubt the other evening drink may come in few cases, but in every case, in every people, whatever be the background, whatever be the stature, the tea and coffee comes first. And the quality one is the one statement what Mr. Ajitji was saying a few minutes before, yes, this place needs a good coffee center. Yeah, so that is the point every individual come across, and taking that point as a base, we have come into this concept of the Brew Tribe. We call ourselves Brew Tribe because we are a trained tribe which will brew coffee phenomenally, never before kind of one. As we said, in any friendship or any discussion or anything will start with a good coffee. Yeah, and then we want to give that opportunity to everyone wherever. As we talked about four of us, and we both being colleagues, and we are in the financial service industry for more than a decade and a half before we joined into the livelihood development career. So last almost about 2 decades we are together in various positions, and that's how all the four of us had opportunities to have chats together and have discussions on this chai. How this model works and what we wanted to, the whole idea as I said, one thing is coffee and the second thing is almost about decade plus of livelihood generation where we are working with. I would like to recognize and thank Mr. Muralidharanji and Mr. Ravi Ramakrishnan, who have instilled this kida in my mind about livelihood. These are the two people who encouraged me from the day one and in last 1 decade. And that's how now I have become more and more into livelihood. Thank you, Mr. Muralidharanji and Ravi Ramakrishnan. What we want to, the coffee world is there. Today you have either you need to walk into a Cafe Coffee Day or into any of the latest entrants like hot cup kind of a cafes, or you should go with the latest entrants like Slay Coffee, which is a cloud kitchen kind of thing, which delivers coffee at your doorstep. So our idea is to take the advantage of both of them, and it's not the coffee reaches, but it is not the people reach coffee, but we would like to go places across the city wherever the what you call the coffee lovers are there. That's how we started. So who are our audience? Our audience starts with anybody who has crossed 18 and started enjoying coffee. And most of the guys who are in the on the workstations and want to get some good coffee for a relief. The idea what we have is these are all our electrical vehicles. The whole idea is I want to enter into economic zones, special economic zones, such that I don't create any kind of a noise or a hassle in those zones. We have picked up the electrical vehicles. And the coffee what we do is not an instant coffee or a filter coffee, but it is an espresso coffee, which is not available anywhere but for the caves. So if you want to have an espresso coffee, you need to walk into a cafe, either in a hotel or a restaurant or a cafe. So that is one major reason behind why we wanted to be in espresso coffee. Then as I said, being on the wheels, we have opportunity to move into places. We can be in commercial zones, economic zone, we can be in the tourist spots, or we can be in the places where we have large markets with people. Those are the areas where we want to go. Besides that, we have a few stationed kiosk kind of concepts where the Swiggy works. The whole idea, purpose, what we want to become, when I said the espresso coffee on wheels is for the first time, we want to be recognized as the coffee guys when it comes to coffee is there. And then we have started our operations in one center in Kajagoda. From Kajagoda, we are growing into the other parts of the high-tech city and the city. We are plans and we want to strongly reach to the 100 numbers by the end of the year. And if everything goes well, we would like to spread in the other district capitals of Telangana state. Yesterday, I was speaking to CEO Deepthi Ragaru of VHub. She was telling me whenever we go to the districts, a good coffee is missing, a good chai is missing. So I said maybe at least in the district collectorates we can plan such kind of a concept, and that's how we want to spread in the districts, wherein we were also thinking why don't we join hands with some program like Dalita Bandhu or something like that, such that it will help in a livelihood generation for those women, and also will be able to make our expansion in the state. Once that happens, once we reach our target numbers in Hyderabad and Telangana state, we will certainly explore the other states, and we want to go into the metro cities and other tier 1 and tier 2 cities of India. The one interesting thing with the model what we are following, as I said, it is a semi-automatic machine run on power and gas, and our vehicles are electric vehicles. And the coffee cups what we use are disposable paper degradable coffee cups, and we don't use any water, we don't have any cleaning purpose, anything like that, but for the water used for coffee or a little bit to clean the portafilter after every filter. So there's very, very minimal effluence or wastage or pollution coming out of our vehicle. All our vehicles are organized with the dustbins to collect the coffee mugs such that we don't leave when we move away from the spot wherever we are. As an employer, as an employee and heading training business for Mr. Muralidharan and team, I am proud to say we might have trained almost 1 lakh people every year and have tried to place more than 30,000 people every year. If that was the opportunity, I said, can I add a little more to this? And that's how I thought we will start this practice. And this will help me not only employing people on the vehicles, but the complete chain of people who will provide raw materials, who will have management, who will give me vehicles. I have an idea to have thousands of vehicles spreading across the country. So we wants to take it to the 4 corners of the country, and we want to see that everybody enjoys this great sip of coffee with us. All of you might have had a glance of the vehicle outside. This is specially designed and fabricated for us. We procured a flatbed electric vehicles from Mahindra and got them fabricated with one Mr. Omkar. This guy put in a good effort, made a lot of changes. We made the equipment design again and again. We had a lot of trials to come to the final design what we have today. And as we said, these carts have every provision available in them, and once the business of the day is closed, we'll pick up everything and move away without even a speck lying on the roadside wherever we are. We will, when we talk about the opportunity employment, we are talking about we hire properties, we will have vehicles, we will have media, we'll have marketing teams. It's not just the boy who is brewing coffee, but it's so much of a supporting system which will work behind to get this one good cup of coffee into your hands. Yeah, even before I close, I wanted to tell you, when we talk about espresso coffee, all of us know that we end up paying about a couple of hundreds in a cafe day or a Starbucks, and espresso coffees are either in a 280 ml glass or a 320 ml, or you may go with a 900 ml kind of a cups. We Indians are not used to such long, but we are used to a short and strong coffees. That's how the coffees which are not very popular in India in an espresso coffee, that is Cortado and Piccolo, are the two new variants, though they are internationally available, not available in India. You will get what is called as a Cortado, which is a strong coffee, and the Piccolo is nothing but the kind of a cappuccino what you have, but in a smaller size, such that you don't get crib, keep 250 ml pina hai kya kind of a thing. So this comes in 120 ml and gives you the same pleasure of a cappuccino. That's how. And then we do have a mocha, macchiato, and then we also give what you call fresh hand filtered coffees too as black coffees. Before I say goodbye, I would request Sanjoor to add a few points on the motive what we have and why we are here.